viewers, this is Uma Mageshri from Bharati Vidyalaya Metric Digital Lab. Today's topic is Unit 3, 9th Standard English poem On Killing a Tree. The poem On Killing a Tree is written by the great author Mr. G. Patel. Shall we go and see the poem? Author's introduction. About the author, Mr. G. Patel. Mr. Patel was born in 18th August 1940. He is an Indian poet, playwright, painter, as well as a practicing physician or doctor based in Mumbai. Patel belongs to a group of writers who have subscribed themselves to the Green Movement, which is involved in an effort to protect the environment. His poems speak of deep concerns for nature and expose man's cruelty to it. Patel's works include poems How Do You Withstand in 1966, Body in 1976 and Mirroring in 1991 are his famous collections of poems. He has also written 3 plays titled Princess, Shavaska and Mr. Bagram. This poem is taken from his poetry collections, Poems published in 1966. Dear students, now we go and see the stanza-wise explanation of this poem. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. Students, first we see the glossary. Jab. Jab, it's a verb. It means to poke or thrust abruptly or sharply with a short quick blow. அதாவது கூர்மையான ஒன்றை கொண்டு திடீரென வேகமாக தாக்குதல், திணித்தல், தள்ளுதல் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Second one, crust. It's a noun. The brown hard outer portion or surface. பழுப்பு நிறத்தில் கடினமான வெளிப்பகுதி அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். அதாவது தளம் கூட சொல்லலாம். Third one, leprous. Leprous means it's an adjective. It means covered with scales. செதில் செதிலா, கொப்பளங்களோட மேடான அப்படின்லாம் சொல்கிறாங்கல்ல, அதுதான் சொல்கிறது. இப்போ மரத்தெல்லாம் பார்த்தா செதில் செதில்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அதுதான். Fourth one, hide. It's a noun. The strong thick outer skin. கடினமான வலிமையான வெளித்தோல். Fifth one, miniature. It's an adjective. Very small. மிகவும் சிறிதான. Now we go and see the explanation of this first stanza. Here the poet explains the process of killing a tree in this poem On Killing a Tree. The act of cutting tree is represented as a ceremonial task in the poem On Killing a Tree. It cannot be killed by merely cutting it with a jab of knife. Yes, the tree has grown strong with the help of sunlight for years. The roots of a tree are firmly fixed on the earth, so that the poet says that a simple jab of the knife will not kill a tree because it takes time to do so. A tree has grown strong with the help of sunlight for years. With the sunlight, water and air. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous height, sprouting leaves. Students, already I told you, crust. Crust means the brown hard outer portion or surface, and also next leprous means covered with scales, and then hide, it means the strong thick outer skin. So the tree has grown strong with the help of sunlight for years. And absorbs water and air. When it is hit with axe, the tree bleeds and feels pain, but it won't die. In the first stanza, the poet Jeev Patel describes how a tree grows up and becomes stronger. Next we go and see the second stanza of this poem. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. Students, we see the glossary. Hack. Hack means cut roughly. Hack, it's a verb, it means cut roughly. Second one, chop. Chop, it's a verb, it means cut off. Third one, twig. It's a noun, a slender woody shoot growing from a branch. Next one, fourth, miniature. It's an adjective, it means very small of its kind. Next, fifth one, bough. It means a main branch of a tree. Bough, it's a noun, it means a main branch of a tree. Okay, listen. Next we go and see the explanation of the second stanza. In this stanza, the poet stresses the point of view. The act of hacking and chopping gives much pain to the tree. Here, in this second stanza, the poet explains the or describes the act of cutting tree, and also he explains the pain of the tree. Okay. Even though the tree has grown strong with the help of sunlight for years, but the act of hacking and chopping gives more pain to the tree. The bleeding bark heals itself and sprouts new twigs and leaves. The bark of the tree looks ugly. Dear children, bleeding bark. What does mean bleeding bark? Usually, as a human being, we should say, my leg is bleeding. My arm is bleeding. That means blood bleeding in our part of the body. In any organ we can say blood is bleeding in this part, like that. Here the poet tells us the tree's bark is bleeding when it is hit with axe. When it is hit with the axe, the tree bleeds and feels pain, but it won't die. Students, already we knew the act of cutting tree is represented as a ceremonial task in this poem, and also the act of killing the poet is considered as a murder here. Okay, next we see the meaning of that miniature bow. Miniature means, already I told you, very small. Bough means a main branch of a tree. Okay, here the bark of the tree looks ugly and it feels pain. But it won't die. It nourishes itself and then it produces new twigs and leaves, and also it becomes a big tree again. So like that, here the poet stressed that his point of view in last two lines of this stanza. Miniature boughs which if unchecked will expand again to form a size. It nourishes itself and then produce neat twigs and develops into a big tree again. Let us go and see the third stanza. Okay. No, the root is to be pulled out. One of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave. And the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. Now we go and see the glossary for this third stanza. First one, anchoring earth. Trees are held securely with the help of the roots in the earth. Anchoring earth means trees are held securely with the help of the roots in the earth. நங்கூரம் பாய்ச்சின மாதிரி சொல்கிறாங்கல்ல, அதுதான். Snapped out. Snapped out means chopped out. Third one, earth cave. The pit in the earth where the roots of the tree binds it firmly to the earth. The strength of the tree exposed. That means uprooted. White and wet. Roots are white and damp. Now we go and see the explanation of the poem. Stanza 3. Before that, again I just remind you, what does anchoring earth means? Anchoring earth means the roots of the tree that lie inside the earth play the role of an anchor for the trees to grow. What does anchoring earth mean? Anchoring earth means the roots of the tree that lie inside the earth play the role of an anchor for the tree to grow. Why should the root be pulled out? The root should be pulled out in order to kill a tree. So, third stanza, the poet explains it takes much time to kill a tree because it is very strong. First, he stresses the word no. No, the root is to be pulled out. Why the poet says no in the beginning of the third stanza? Can you guess? Yes, the poet says no in the beginning of the third stanza to lay emphasis on the fact that mere chopping of the tree would not kill it. The tree would grow again. The root is to be pulled out. One of the anchoring earth, it is to be roped, tied and pulled out, snapped out or pulled out entirely. The root should be pulled out by giving sustained act. How should the root be pulled out? The root should be pulled out by giving sustained attack. The root should be roped and tied and snapped out. The real strength of the tree lies in its roots. So, to cut down a tree completely. And also, I ask one question from this third stanza. What is hidden inside the earth for years? Yes, roots of a tree is hidden inside the earth for years. Okay, let us go and see the fourth stanza. Before that, we see the glossary. Scorching and choking means drying up of the tree after being uprooted. Scorching and choking அப்படின்னா வேரோட பிடுங்கினதுக்கப்புறம் உலர வைக்கிறது, காய வைக்கிறது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோமில்ல, அப்போ தான் அது ரொம்ப கடினமாகும். See the fourth stanza. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Okay, one should take out its roots of the tree completely from the soil, then they should be exposed to sunlight to dry. After uprooting, the tree is to be exposed to sunlight. Then it goes through the process of browning, hardening, twisting and withering. Then only the tree will be completely fallen down. That means the tree is completely killed at last. Though this visual presentation, the poet makes the readers realize the pain inflicted on trees. As a reader, we understand that the poet not only talking of keeping trees safe, but also talking of protecting the spiritual lights of human being. Dear students, I hope you all understand this poem on killing a tree by G. Patel. Thank you.